Hello again, it's me, Cleon Christopher Jones with Need a Lift. Now, I am trying not to tell all the stories and let writers actually talk, so this episode we'll actually hear a writer talk about a story that I was almost blown away by because it was crazy. Anyway, you will hear it coming up on Need a Lift. Hello, yes.
How you doing, sir?
Michael.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, that was like 20 gray cars pulled up. Everybody's running to get out of there.
Everybody's the same, looking the same. That's probably what mine looks like in the app. The app's got my color all on.
I wasn't sure. I was like, this one here, she's pretty much ready to take anybody. It's really hard, I guess, in there because it's a little different in there. It's like it's a lot different than other sections of the hospital I've been into.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know, I guess it's because of neurology and...
Take a slight right, then turn left.
Yeah, it's a little different. There's
Yeah.
like cancer research people in there, so stuff going on in there.
Huh.
In 850 feet,
I was
turn right
came back
on
down
Jake
with like
High
food
First
poisoning. I got some kind of bacteria thing that put me in a hospital for like 10 days to Christmas and New Year's.
Oh,
They thought I was having a stroke.
wow.
Yeah. And well, I got like 10 different doctors. And this place here, I've been in I've never been in like a cancer hospital or
Right.
neurology. Man, that place is crazy.
Turn right on Jake High.
Were they checking for cancer or?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
For
they
you?
check it, yeah, because now whatever this bacteria, it eats your nerve endings and whatever it does to the end of your nerves, and it spreads to your brain. And
Oh,
if
boy.
they don't catch it in time.
There's a pond.
It took them
Take a
3
slight
days
right
to
to
find
Jacob's
it,
End.
and then when they did, they flushed me out with antibodies, and
Right.
antibiotics, and a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
But I
Put you on
couldn't-
steroids?
I couldn't walk. I couldn't. Well, they didn't get that far yet.
No.
Yeah, I was pretty much done for. I mean, I couldn't. My legs were like jello. My
Wow.
arm was, and it just happened. Just like that.
Out of nowhere.
It was like having a stroke, really. I mean,
Wow.
and
I talked to another girl that, house cleaner, basically. She was saying that it's pretty much the same thing. That just out of nowhere, she couldn't walk, and it was basically her legs.
yeah, I could feel it. Like if you poked me with a pin, I could feel it. But as soon as I went to go stand on, there was nothing there.
Wow.
It went right to the floor, and then my arm was like,
Take a slight right on Jefferson Avenue.
paralysis.
Wow.
Like I got bit by a spider or something.
Wow. And they thought it was food poisoning, or they're trying.
Like 3 days. It started like on a Monday. I threw up. I didn't feel so good, and I just figured, and I threw up, and I had the runs,
Yeah.
and I didn't feel like eating. And then like 3 days went by. I was fine. I was walking down to 7-Eleven.
Right.
Everything was fine. I didn't feel like anything, and all of a sudden, the next morning I woke up. I felt like I slept on my arm.
Right.
So it felt kind of tingly, so I'm like shaking my arm, and I go step off the bed, and I went straight to the floor.
Wow.
And
That's
my
scary.
I'm thinking maybe I strained my back, because I do some things.
Right.
And I figured maybe I just strained my back, and as your back gives
Pinched a
out.
nerve or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So I waited, and next morning I got up.
Were you able to walk that day?
No.
Eventually?
No, I wasn't.
And you just waited?
Yeah, I waited.
Oh, man.
I sat on
That's
the
not
couch.
something you wait out, buddy.
I sat on the couch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I never experienced it.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Usually,
That's one of those things, it seems like you wouldn't wait out. That's all,
and my
yeah.
roommate was bouncing off the walls.
I bet.
I said in the morning, I said, if this doesn't change, I said,
Yeah,
trust me,
yeah.
man, I'll know when to let you know when to panic.
Right.
When I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't move really pretty much at all, except for my right arm.
Yeah, yeah.
I told us to call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Fuck out of this. There's something wrong. There's
Wow.
something seriously wrong.
That is crazy.
And I went. They took me. They thought I had. As soon as they took me to Riverside, because that's where all my doctors are. They checked me for stroke, brain tumors, blood clots. I mean, it was unbelievable. I had
Right.
surgeons, doctors, people poking and ripping me apart. I'm used to going to the doctor with like stuff that's self-inflicted, like broken bones.
Yeah.
Not overdoses.
Not right.
These ones are like, you on drugs? I'm like, no, I'm not on fucking drugs.
I know, and
And also,
that's the scary thing. Like in the back of my mind the whole time, I'm like, COVID.
And he's like, that's
Some kind of COVID.
It didn't happen to me.
Right.
It's like,
but that's not one of the main symptoms of COVID. So hopefully it's not like a side effect of
I've been
whatever.
around people
Yeah.
that had it, like chronic. I mean, really, every coworker I had it. I never got it for some reason.
Oh, really? Wow.
So my
That's
sister's
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
eventually my sister's like, you're a carrier. But anyway, so we go
Need
through
to study your blood to
3
get the
days.
cure.
They got me into the emergency room, and that's the first thing they look for is a stroke.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking, they're like, keep smile. That's what kept me smile. And then I got this one saying this one's asking me that one. So everything else was like pretty good. I just couldn't stand up and walk. Like they got me out of the chair, they put me up there, they're like poking and prodding me, doing all kinds of things, asking me questions. And I said, well, the only thing was like 4 days ago I was throwing up and I had the runs, and I said, but that was it.
Right.
I just figured, and then when I felt really crappy and shaky, I thought that maybe I was just dehydrated, so I started drinking Gatorades and water. I said, but that didn't do nothing.
Right.
And I decided if I didn't feel better, I was going to the hospital.
Yeah.
I really felt like I was dehydrated. Like, I was in the military where they just run you till you are.
Right.
And until you actually break down.
Right.
Your legs get weak and you just can't stand up no more.
Right.
Then they take you to the medics and they just stick an IV in your arm and bring you back to life.
Right.
It's kind of like what I was thinking. I was like, I'm dehydrated. So,
Right.
but not when I woke up in the morning. It was not like that. I could all.
One arm. Just.
And I said, call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Take me out of the house in a freaking chair. And,
Yeah.
Well, like I said, when I got there, they said, hey, I'm telling you, I have a totally different respect. Because, like I said, most of my experiences are self-inflicted.
Right.
And this was not like that. I had no idea what was happening.
Right.
I was thinking, I knew what was going on. And I just didn't know why my body just wasn't working with my brain.
Right.
And they're like, he's not having a stroke. And he doesn't have a brain tumor. He doesn't have blood clots.
So no diagnosis at this point?
Then they hand you off to a whole bunch of other doctors, and then I
Right.
was on for 3 days. I did not sleep. They sat there and took blood. Every drop of piss that came out of my body, they took that shit. The nurse actually sat there by the bed.
Wow.
Every piece of piss that came out of me, they took it.
Wow.
Can you piss yet? Can you piss yet?
Wow.
Don't make me stick a tube in you.
Oh. Yeah. Hold on. Let me drink some water.
And they were just loading me up with all
Oh,
pinpricking me and fucking all kinds of things. So finally, like this military surgeon comes in, and he goes, I was there from the first day you came in, and he goes, I remember everything you said. He goes, and that's my job.
Yeah.
Because they all go off on you, and he goes, my job's to observe everything.
Right.
He goes, you said you got sick and you had the runs, and then you were fine for 3 days, and then you woke up and you collapsed and you had muscle failure and you had paralysis.
Yeah.
He goes, right then and there I knew exactly what was wrong with you. So it was Christmas Eve at 6 o'clock when he actually came to this conclusion.
Okay.
They dragged my ass down Christmas Eve, 6 o'clock in the evening, full body MRI.
Right.
He took my piss, took my blood, and he actually stayed there, and he said the bacteria was in your piss, The bacteria was in your blood.
Okay.
The bacteria was actually even attaching itself to your bones in your body. Because you have Ellis syndrome.
Okay.
Because, some people...
I think that's
some
what the
people get
girl-
food
that
poisoning
girl had.
and they, for some reason, get through it. He goes, and then there's some people that this bacteria attaches itself to all your cells,
Wow.
and it does it like wildfire.
That's crazy.
And once your body, something sets it off, and your body realizes not, and all of a sudden your immune system starts attacking your red blood cells,
Right.
and that's what puts you in paralysis because now it's cutting you off.
Wow.
And he gets it, and it spreads so fast. He goes, once it gets up in your brainstem, he goes, you're done.
Wow.
He goes, most people don't come out of the hospital for like a month or two.
Wow.
And they just poured inside of me.
Right.
And I felt better because at least I knew I didn't do it.
That would be really bad. All right, this concludes this episode of Need a Lift. We need to make sure, as men, we get to the doctor's office a little more often than we do. A lot of times we just let things go and we're going to tough it out and be a man, but you never know what could happen. This guy got lucky. He's not even sure where he got this from. He thinks it might have been dirt on the top of a can of beer, but who knows where these sudden things can come from. But make sure we're taking care of ourselves, getting checkups, and taking care of ourselves, because if the boat has a hole in it, we can't save anybody else, and that's what's important. So have a great day, and